everyone, I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen, and tonight we have another pressure cooker recipe for you. Tonight I'm going to make this delicious pot roast in the pressure cooker, and it's not just any pot roast because I've done regular traditional pot roast. This is a coffee infused cowboy style pot roast, and I get my inspiration from the Marshal Dillon coffee rubbed ribeye that they used to have at Texas Steakhouse, but I don't think they have it anymore. So let's go see how we make this. Alright, let's get started and we'll go over all these ingredients, and then I'm going to move all this stuff over, bring over the pressure cooker, and we're going to kind of sear our meat and go on from there. We have about a 3-pound bottom round roast or rump roast, whatever is your preference for the pot roast style roast. I also have a pound of cremini mushrooms that have been sliced. I have 2 cups of brewed coffee. This is left over from this morning. I also have 2 cups of stock. I have 1 cup of beef stock mixed with 1 cup of mushroom stock. These are both made with Better Than Bouillon stock concentrate. And that's what those look like. These are available where they have bouillon cubes or the stock in your grocery store. I have chicken, beef, mushroom, and vegetable. I understand they make a fish stock, but I have never ever seen it. If I see it, I'm going to buy it because I have all of these and I love them. Each jar makes like 38 cups of stock, and it tastes so delicious. So much better than a bouillon cube ever. What I have here is about 7 or 8 medium-sized carrots, about 4 very large parsnips that I peeled and sliced up, 2 medium-sized onions that I quartered and sliced, and about a half a dozen stalks of celery, along with about 6 cloves of garlic that I'm just going to go ahead and leave whole. And then we're going to do a rub on our roast, and that's going to involve what I have here. You can see in my coffee grinder, I have 2 tablespoons of my favorite coffee that we have, we actually brewed from to make this coffee with this morning, which is a Mocha Java coffee, and 2 tablespoons of Montreal steak seasoning. You can use whatever is your favorite steak seasoning. You can throw your Seared steak seasoning in there. I just used the Montreal today because I thought it would be really nice. The Montreal steak seasoning tends to be a little on the saltier side and really, really heavy on the pepper. So that's what I wanted here. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to clear off some of this stuff, and then I'm going to go ahead and come back, and we're going to apply our dry rub, and we're going to sear off the roast. I'm just going to go ahead and run this through the grinder. That is perfect. You don't want it to be chunky. It smells amazing. When you do a coffee rub on a piece of beef, it's just incredible. So what I'm going to do is I'm leaving the fat cap on this roast because fat equals flavor. I had someone make a comment the other day about how they can't stand to even leave a smidgen of fat on their piece of meat when they cook it. But, truth be told, you don't have to eat the fat, but you know what? That fat is a lot of flavor. So go ahead and do it.
Tastes like cardboard.
Yeah, you just want to go ahead and rub this all over that roast. All right, I'm going to go wash my hands. I'm going to bring over the pressure cooker and we'll start searing this off. Okay, I have about 2 tablespoons of bacon drippings in the bottom of my pressure cooker. You can feel free to use coconut oil or vegetable oil or olive oil or whatever it is your preference. I had this, and because I'm going for a cowboy taste, I really felt like the bacon drippings would be perfect. So I'm going to put this in here, fat side down, and I'm going to let it sear for just a few minutes on all sides. And then we'll be back when it's time to start putting everything else in here. Alright, we've finished searing off our meat, and I actually had it just on the meat setting, and I'm able to do that in mine. And we've seared it off on all sides, and It looks burnt, but that's because of the coffee, so don't be alarmed, okay? I'm just going to start putting all of my vegetables in there. There goes my pound of mushrooms and everything else. Our carrots, onions, parsnips, celery, everything goes in there. Okay, there we go. And our garlic. That'll infuse it with even more delicious flavor. Now, our coffee. And our stock. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to move it back over and we're going to set it and let it pressure cook. Okay, now I have an Elite 10-quart pressure cooker. You should consult your user's manual if you have an electric pressure cooker that differs from mine, and use the recommended settings for your particular model. I'm going to set it for 25 minutes, and then you have to remember, if you're new to pressure cooking, this will not start to count down until the inside of this vessel has become fully pressurized, at which point it will start to count down. And when the timer hits 0, when we cook a pot roast, you want to have this come down naturally. You don't want to do a quick release, which is where I would open up this pressure valve and release all of the pressure inside the vessel before removing the lid. You want this to naturally decompress or depressurize, and that means waiting until this lid comes off easily without you releasing the pressure in a quick release from the valve. So we're going to go. This may actually take up to an hour when it's set at 25 minutes, so keep that in mind because we're going to do a natural release. We'll be back when it's time to take a look at our pot roast. Okay, our pot roast has come down from pressure, and we can take the lid off of it. Move it off to the side here. Oops. And it's all finished. The vegetables are nice and tender. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to slice it. I'm going to serve it up. I got some potatoes on the stove. I'm going to mash those. And I may thicken up this au jus just a little bit to make a bit of a light gravy. Whoa, don't do that. And then we'll be back when it's time to fix you a plate, because I know you're hungry. There you have it. A delicious coffee-rubbed, coffee-infused, cowboy-style pot roast. It's amazing.
It's to die for.
It is really incredible, and you are going to love it. It does need a little bit of salt, so keep that in mind, or you can eliminate that if you don't want to add it. So go ahead and give this coffee-infused, cowboy-style pot roast a try. I know that you're going to love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. For joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber, so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!